Angry guy here, and Asian women are calling Keisha rancid. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help me get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, like the video, and turn on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Asian women are calling Keisha rancid. So we have a couple of videos to check out, but the first thing that we're going to look at is a comment from our favorite physician and resident troll Bayumi. So she was responding to one of the videos discussing how men are being treated in society and the broken system that we have in America. Her response was pretty Mayumi-ish. She says, "These harpies take advantage of a broken system. Good men, for the love of God, do not put your seed in these rancid dirt." Those are really fighting words right there. "I rather see men with women of respect and dignity than someone who would lay malicious accusations on you." And then she goes on to say that it's 8:24 p.m., a long journey from Albuquerque to Japan. If you passport kings travel, make sure you rest before you go out. So, I mean, guys, I talked about this. I've said this that, a lot of the Asian ladies are very tired of Keisha. You're tired of her nonsense. And I told you they were going to start clapping back. They were going to say some really nasty things. And it's going to happen. The sisterhood has made their bed in hell, and they're not going to change. As I've said to you before, I've shown you comments from these black women who say these terrible things directed at black men, directed at Asian women, and the sisterhood immediately runs to their rescue, telling them how beautiful they are and they are perfect and special, and they're not wrong for what they're saying and wrong for what they're doing. These women cannot be saved. They cannot be saved. The African American woman cannot be saved. She has made her bed, and she will not change. She will stay on her hill until the end of her days, and her ego will be her downfall. Let's go ahead and check out this video from an Asian woman and what she's saying also regarding Keisha's bad behavior.
I just have one question. You went after the passport bros, but did you ever check the white men that do this? I mean, I could just be queerly paranoid, but something just seems off about your approach.
And it's intriguing because this sounds like an Asian woman who speaks, wait, is that perfect English? And she points out something that the white guys were doing this long before it became mainstream. The white guys were the first passport bros. I've talked about the white guys and how they did this. When the white guys picked up and left, they've been doing this for hundreds of years. Just let's make this very, very clear. This ain't nothing new for the white guys. They've been doing this for hundreds of years, and in modern day society, they've been doing this for at least the last 100 years. Okay? Like literally picking up, going to the countries like Indonesia. They've been doing this a long time, y'all. The white men have been doing this a long time. Like old crazy Uncle Roger is moved over to this place called Indonesia or Vietnam. Vietnam, where is that on? Even is that even on? Does that place even exist? Yeah, I don't know. He's always been screwy. Little do you know, Uncle Roger moved over there, opened up a restaurant, had multiple girlfriends, and was living large on his pension or or his retirement or whatever. And none of y'all knew about this. White men have been doing this a long time. The thing is about the white guys, they didn't tell anyone. These guys literally snuck out under the cover of night. They kept their mouth shut, and it's literally been like this for ages. I'm amazed. Like the white guys literally told, like, this is not going to another country and getting yourself a mail order bride. We're not talking about that. Mail order brides, those are things that have been happening for a long time. No, we're talking about white guys picking up, leaving, dipping from America, and being done with it. And we didn't know where, because we always thought these dudes were crazy. We always thought these dudes were crazy. Like you'd hear about these crazy white guys gonna like just pick like just pick up and go to some place called Costa Rica. Like, let's be real, y'all. Before we had the internet, many of us would hear places like Costa Rica or Panama or Colombia, and we would think, "Who? Oh my goodness, who lives there?" Like, it was only after the internet that we literally started to see that, oh my goodness, these are developed countries. Even if they're not third world, they're developing. We call them we say third world, but they're developing countries. They have infrastructure. They have a lot of these people live better than we actually live in America and Western society. And we didn't know these things until the internet. And these white dudes figured it out a long time ago. They left under the shadow of night and they told no one. They told no one. They basically said, "Okay, I'm leaving." And they didn't tell any other white guys. They didn't tell the black guys. They just picked up and left. And that was that. And it's the black guys who, rediscovered this type of thing. And because even the guys in the military, that's another thing. You had black guys doing this. You had black guys doing this. A lot of these black guys were in the military, and they didn't tell black guys either. These are some wretched people. These are some real wretched people. They told no one. And now I have these guys popping up on my videos, talking about, oh, they were in Japan back in '83, and man, it was wonderful over there. They had several girlfriends. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Why didn't you tell someone about this? And it's like radio silence. Like these men are some wretches. I'm telling y'all, they are wretched guys. They were out there living this life, enjoying themselves, and they told no one. But you know what? I don't even blame them, because it was the best kept secret, y'all. Best kept secret. Let's check out another video.
Black girls talking BS about of black girls talking BS about us, discriminating.
I said a few weeks ago, black women were getting out of hand, attacking, insulting, being basically discriminating bigots against women of other ethnicities outside of the United States. On how, just exactly what she said. Black women are I mean, y'all just being discriminating bigots. Talking about, like she said, all these women are poor and uneducated and stupid and all this other shit. I've been, in all the places I've traveled, I've been to Sao Paulo, Brazil, Rio, Brazil, Valencia, Madrid, Spain, Gran Canaria, and Valencia, Canary Islands, and Morocco. All the times I've been in these third world countries, majority of those third world women are living better than most of the black women here in the United States. Unlike what you think on National Geographic or whatever you have in your intentions, these women have homes. The fatherless child rate is so much lower in most of these third world countries than it is in the United States with black women. The HIV rate amongst black women in some places like Atlanta alone is greater than a lot of the third world country HIV rates. Poverty level, in most cases, a lot of these third world countries, women are doing better than you. What else?
Wife in the Philippines or Thailand or wherever these places are that are.
Uh-oh. It looks like it's white women, black women, Western women who are hating on women in the Philippines and Thailand and Colombia, Brazil, because men are choosing to go overseas and get a more suitable wife. See, women in the States, women in the Western world want these passport bros to take the bad deal. They're a bad deal. The bonnet deal, the disrespect deal, the I don't want to clean, I don't want to cook, I don't want to be inspirational or give you peace deal, the FUPA deal. These men don't want to take that deal. They made a decision to fix it, and now Western women are hating.
Guys, look at that. And there are a lot of these videos from these Asian women just watching response videos from the passport kings, and they're not saying anything. Let me explain Asian women to y'all. Just because they may seem quiet and timid does not mean that they are weak. Japanese people, for example, are known as to the Americans as the greatest enemy that they have ever fought. The Japanese men were so savagery when they fought all other groups that's the reason why they don't have a military today. Germany has a military. Think about this carefully, y'all. Germany has a military. Japan is not allowed to have a military. They have a defense force that will protect the country, if in a time of need. So it's essentially like a military, but it is not a military that will typically intervene in international conflicts. Why did the Americans say the Japanese could not have a military anymore? Because of how serious these people were. Soldiers who came back from Japan literally said that they had never, ever encountered anything like the Japanese warrior. And I'm just giving you that as an example. Do you know how China ended up with the CCP? It ended up with the CCP because this tiny little island known as Japan literally went to China and dominated China. Yes, dominated China to the point that the government in China could no longer protect itself. It could no longer stand up for itself. And the people that were in the country that were a part of the communists, they rounded up poor rice farmers, and they were able to take the government that way, take the country that way, because the Japanese were that powerful and had left China in that state. Oh, and it doesn't end there. Don't forget that Japan also ruled over South Korea for quite some time. Not only did they rule over South Korea, but they literally just sent 1 million Japanese people to South Korea at one point to establish themselves there. I use the Japanese as an example and as a cautionary tale that Asian people are not weak. Just because they may come across as timid to you does not mean that they are weak. And it's like these women in Western society, they're messing around and they're going to find out. It's really ridiculous. But like I said, the sisterhood, they will hold on until the very end. They will stay on their hill till the very end. They will not change. They will not get down from their hill. Okay? Because their ego is too big and too broad. And any stepping outside of the sisterhood is considered a betrayal, an outright betrayal. But like I said, these women, the sisterhood, they don't understand what they are doing. They don't care. They're too far gone, just like the typical American woman. All right, regardless of ethnicity, race, they are too far gone. They don't realize that what they're doing is they are now creating a scenario where they will go to other countries, these Asian countries. They're going to go to Thailand, and the women in Thailand are going to be not very nice to them. They're going to, a lot of these women will now take it. If they weren't going to take advantage of them before, they will take advantage of them now. And I'll tell you why. They'll see a black man and they'll say, oh, we want him here, so we have to be careful. We don't want any problems with the black guys. We don't want them to think we're bad people. We don't want them to think we're going to take advantage of them, because then they won't want to marry us. They won't want to stick around. So we will lose income. However, and opportunities. We're not going to do this to the black guys. We're not going to do this to the white guys. But when it comes to the foreign women, especially the black women, who they said such terrible things about us, okay, we will charge them good and very, very good, because we don't care about them. But we will smile in their faces. Something that the Migglypuff community used to say about Asian women is you have to be very careful, because Asian women are taught to smile. And they are magnificent actresses. You think American women are good? No. The Asian women, they have the art of appearing humble down pat. I am not lying. It's like a competition in Japan to literally portray, yourself as being humble. Like, for example, if you are very good at something in Japan, you don't say I'm very good at something. You say, oh, I'm okay. Because if you ever say that you are very good or just good in general, they expect you to be good at it. So the Japanese are very, very humble, and they will downplay their abilities. And it's not just the Japanese, but it's something you'll find among many Asian people in general. But just because they are humble does not mean that they are weak. And just never forget, when it comes to the Japanese, there is a saying: the Japanese are polite, but the Japanese are not kind. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Asian women are calling Keisha rancid. Let me know what you think regarding everything we discussed here in the video today, guys. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.